asked some parents to send in their questions on how to guide their teens through this quarantine time. And here's a question I got back from one of the parents. How do you guide your child to find joy in days they feel sad, different, lonely, when it's hard to understand where their feelings are coming from? I'm going to answer this in 2 parts. First part in this video, second part in another video. The first part is that you need to prepare them to hear truth. A lot of times they're not quite ready to sit down and have a Bible study when they're in the midst of feeling this loneliness and this sadness. You need to prepare their hearts so that when you do open the Word, they're ready to receive it. They're ready to hear it and ready to listen to what God has to say. So in this, preparing their hearts, you need to first prepare your heart. Pray. Step 1 is to pray. Ask God to give you wisdom and how to approach them and how to answer any questions that they have and how to maybe even not be shocked by something that they might say as you probe into their lives and to find out what's really going on at their heart level. So you need to pray, ask God for wisdom for you, and pray to ask God for wisdom and handling what's going on in their lives. We also want to pray for them. Pray for your teen. If you don't do that regularly, please do that. Ask God to help them. They're navigating a difficult time in life. Not only is going through the teenage years confusing and hard, but doing it during a quarantine adds another level to it. So first step is to pray. The second step is to spend positive time with your student. Hang out together. Watch a show that they want to watch. Go on YouTube with them and scroll through the different videos that they enjoy watching. Spend quality time with them at the dinner table. Play their favorite game with them. Even if you don't play video games, try. They will have so much fun just watching you do terrible at the video game that they love to play. Spend positive time with them, because when you get to the point of our third point of asking them questions, that when they say, I'm just all alone, I don't have anybody to talk to, that you can point and say, we've been talking. You have me, I'm around you, I love you, and they can see that. They can refer back to those positive times of encouragement that you've been sharing with them and say, you know what, maybe I'm not alone. Maybe I'm not with my friends right now. It doesn't mean I'm alone. Also, positive encouragement is just sharing encouraging words with them. Say, I really appreciate how you did this, or what you said here. I love seeing the maturity you're showing and the growth that I've seen in your life. Say positive words, write them down, mail it to your own house, and so they get something in the mail from you that they can go back to over and over again to remind them of how God's working in their life. So spend some positive time with them. The third thing is to ask and listen. Ask good, specific questions. You can ask yes or no questions, but remember you're going to get yes or no answers. You might do those yes or no questions to kind of narrow it down and say, has anything happened this week that has made you feel extra lonely or extra discouraged? And if they're like, yeah, like, okay, it narrows it down. It's like, so is there anything I've been doing or saying? Is there anything that your spouse has been saying? Anything else, or your friends? Anything happened to kind of narrow down the window? But then ask questions that are not yes and no questions, and say, so this week, what has been a great encouragement to you? What's been the hardest thing that you've encountered this week? How does it make you feel when you can't go back to school or see those friends or be involved with those activities? And then listen. When they say, well, it really stinks, I hate not being able to see my friends, and be like, hey, you shouldn't. You remember, you have everything you need in Jesus. Listen to them. Listen to them. Remember, we're preparing their hearts to hear truth. And say, yeah, that is hard. Because you can relate to that, can't you? When you're not around the people you love, that's difficult. And it's okay to feel those moments of sadness. It's okay to long for the day when they can do those activities again. And you can reinforce that. Say, yeah, that is tough. that is hard. Show that you're listening to them and that you're not just ready to just point the next Bible verse or scold them for feeling this way or doing that or not engaging with you or the family at all. Listen to them. When you ask them a question, listen. And then as you do this, you're building relationship with them, and to eventually, as we'll look tomorrow, as pointing them to, okay, here's what God's word says. Here's how you can find that joy even in your sadness. But listen, be present with them, pray for them, and spend some positive, encouraging times with them. They're not just sitting in the room all by themselves, just looking at social media. That is destined for depression. So spend some time with them. Force them off their phones for a little bit for forced family fun time, even if it's just you being crazy. Spend some good quality time with them. I'm praying for you. And if you have a question that you would like to be answered through this video format, all questions will be anonymous. You can email me at pmattcbc@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you, or you can text me if you have my number. And I would love to answer those for you, to be an encouragement to you as parents, because you guys are with the teens, and I'm praying for you.